tutorial, we're going to be looking at how to import data from text, and I have an example here of a text file where basically this file has a string of text. It was typed in like a Word document, a Word-based document, and we want to be able to import this into Excel. So let's go through the steps. Starting with a blank page, if you go to File, then you're going to click on Open. Now, typically, you are going to find your machine in this mode because more than likely you would be importing Excel files. So I want to put it back to that so that you can see once you get into this, you have to get to the bottom right hand corner here to change this to say the type of file you're going to be looking for is a text file, because even if you have a text file in the source, you are not going to see it if it's looking for Excel file. So you have to change this, go down to text file, and then it will populate the text files, and you can see the two examples from the chapter, and then there is an insurance claim example that I'm going to use. So this is the one we want to import. You click on it and then you click open. Then you will have this text import wizard, which is a three-step process. Now the separation of the text can use what we call a delimiter, or it can use a fixed width. With a delimiter, there is a character that's used not to represent the content but to separate the content. So the date of birth is separated from the insurance by a comma. So is the insurance from the feedback score, and so on. So we do have a delimiter here as opposed to a fixed width, where it would specify that each data set is of a certain width. So let's go ahead and we already have delimited selected, so we can click on next. Now, what are the delimiters? Delimiter in this case is a comma. Sometimes Excel will read correctly what it is, sometimes it won't. You have to make sure you have the correct delimiter selected here, and it gives you a little preview so you can take a quick glance to see if it looks like it's organized in a systematic way. You shouldn't have a list of times here and then a date, or you have insurance here and then you have the feedback on the insurance. So you want to be looking out in the preview just to see if everything is coming across as it should. Then you click on next. The next wizard window, step 3, allows you to format each column. So like this, which is date of birth, is now formatted as general, where it converts numeric values to numbers, date values to dates, and so on. Let's go ahead, and since this is specifically date, we can tell that it's date, and the format is month, day, year, and you can use a drop box to change if the format was different. This is gonna be general, this is gonna be general, this is gonna be date, so you can tell it that is date, and again it's month, date, year. Once you're finished formatting each column, if you click on finish, then appears in Excel. Now these number signs, or hashtag as it's now called, may appear when the information here is too much to be displayed based on the width and the size of the font. You can fix it in several ways. You can reduce the size of the font, which you probably don't want to do, or if you hover over column here and double click, it will make it as wide as it needs to show the widest entry. Same for here, and if you notice the name, departure, time, and all that good stuff isn't showing, so you can go ahead and widen that. So now what we have done, we have imported this in Excel. Now, just to give you another step, what if we wanted, for some reason, we wanted to get these headings to be in the columns and the information to flow down for one particular patient, because this is what's happening for one patient. You could select this and copy, and if you hit on paste, but instead of hitting paste, you're going to use a drop box to get some special paste option. This one that shows the arrow between the vertical columns and the horizontal rows is going to flip the script, so to speak. So let's go ahead and click on that. The information. Also, I need to give it a target, and then click on paste. So what this has done, and let's go ahead and widen this. So we have two different tables now, and depending on the purpose and how you're going to be using the data, you may want to choose either. So what's happening now, the date of birth is all in one column. So the information here represents one patient. What if we wanted the information for the patient to be represented in a column? Then you would do what I just showed you, which is transposing the data. So you can get the data coming in from the text, and you can import it. It imports it by default with the same structure. The rows are maintained, but if you wanted to flip that, then I just showed you using the paste special and the special option for paste to do that. Alright, so I'm hoping that this is helpful, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.